Okay, so once you've made your prediction, we are going to now test the different materials that you're going to use for your investigation. So the materials that I've got in front of me are tin foil, cling film and tissue. I've made sure they're all the same size. I've also got my results table in front of me. So what you can do is draw this in your book, or you can print it out if you have a printer. And down here under material, you are going to list the different materials that you are going to test. So today I'm actually not going to test card, so I can cross that one out. I'm going to test tissue, cling film and foil. Okay, it's important to have this here so that we can record the result straight after it happens. If we leave it and wait till we've tested all the materials and then come to the results table at the end, we might have forgotten what actually happened. So it's important to have this and to write down your results straight after you have tested each of the materials. Okay, so let's get started. What's the first material we're going to test?
Cling film.
Cling film. Okay, so pop it over, Ted. Secure it with the elastic band if you can. Perfect. Is that secure? No holes? Make sure there aren't any gaps in between, because we're testing to see if the water actually goes through the material, not around it. Okay, so we can't have any holes peeping through, otherwise the experiment won't work properly. Okay, so how many teaspoons of water are you going to pour on top of Ted?
3.
Okay, off you go. So very carefully. That's 1, 2, 3. Lovely. Okay, and what have you noticed happened to the water?
It didn't go underneath.
Didn't go through, did it? It doesn't look like it's gone through. It seems to have just rolled off. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to just double check that Ted is still dry. So very carefully remove the elastic. That's it. And carefully take off the cling film. Perfect. And let's just double check. Is he dry?
Yes.
Lovely. Sorry, Ted. Yes, he is dry. Lovely. Okay, so then I need to record here next to cling film what happened. What did we say? What happened to the water?
It didn't go underneath.
It didn't go through, so it rolled off. So I'm going to write down next to cling film, water rolled off. Just see if you can fit it in there somewhere. So do you think that material, that plastic, that cling film can be used for Ted's umbrella?
Yes.
Yes, I think so. It seems like a good material, so you can put a tick there, or you can write yes, because it seems to have kept him nice and dry. Okay, right, let's choose another material. Which one are we going to go for?
Foil.
Foil. Okay, off you go. Okay, so carefully push it down and put the elastic band on it. Okay, and again, what do we need to do?
3 spoons.
3 spoons of water. Okay, off you go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, what's happened to the water?
It didn't go through.
It hasn't gone through, has it? It's just stayed on the top. So do we think that this material is maybe waterproof?
Yes.
Okay, so we can record that as well. So here, next to foil, we can write what happened. We can say the water didn't go through. We need to just double check though, don't we? So can you carefully, didn't go through. Good girl, that's it. Carefully lift it off. Lovely, okay. Just double check. Is he dry?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So our last material is the tissue. So can you carefully put the tissue on, Ted? I wonder what's going to happen. Okay, so off we go. Our 3 teaspoons of water. 1, oh no! 2, 3. Oh dear, okay, so what's happened to the water and the tissue?
It went through.
It's gone through, hasn't it? Okay, and there you can see poor Ted has got a little bit wet. Luckily not too much because we just used 3 teaspoons, but he is wet, isn't he? So, when I write down here on my results table, the tissue, what happened?
It got Ted wet.
Yes, so the water went through. So, can this be used for Ted's umbrella, the tissue?
No.
No, not a good material. What about the foil? Do you think foil's a good material for an umbrella?
Yes.
Okay, so it kept him dry, didn't it? But maybe we'll have to think about whether it's actually a good strong material for the amount of times you open the umbrella and close it, and whether it's good for if it's very windy. So it did keep him dry. The cling film kept him dry. The tissue didn't, so I can write no there. Okay, fantastic. So what we need to look at now is our results and what was the material that kept Ted dry the most. And we've seen here from our results, out of these materials that we tested, that the cling film and the foil were the 2 materials that kept Ted dry. Okay, so when you're at home you can do this investigation and you can try out your own materials on Ted and see which ones you think are the best for keeping Ted dry, and you can record your results and then you can take photos of your results and email them to the Year 1 email so I can see what you found out from your investigation at home. Okay, have fun. See you next time.